Hi, this is Prashad Parthiban. Today I am going to cover environmental liability insurance. Basically, this is a kind of specialty insurance. When I say specialty, it's kind of unique risk when we say environmental insurance. And by definition, it covers the cost and liabilities related to pollution and environmental harm. In a short, say example, if you have a company and if you store some kind of chemicals or some harmful substance and for some reason it got leaked to the environment and your surroundings and it harmed the properties of others or it have harmed it have created some kind of physical injury to others, then you need environmental liability insurance. You may have a valid question, why can't general liability or commercial property provide coverage? If you have a close look at those policies, pollution related exposures will be excluded. This is a very important reason why we always say it's important to look at the policy carefully. So if you have a company and if you think that you have exposures related to environmental or pollution harm, then it's very important that you take environmental liability insurance to cover the gaps in basic property and GL policies. Now, what kind of coverages it provides? Like you have to see like third party property damage, right? If something happens in your company that created some kind of leaks to a chemical or something like that and it have harmed somebody else's property, then you can use environmental liability. Or bodily injury to others due to your fault. Cleanup cost, right? Like something leaked from your company or something happened from your company that have created some kind of dirts around the surroundings, then you can use cleanup cost. Legal defense cost. If third party comes and says that this company ABC have created some environmental harm but they are not legitimate, then you can use legal team and those costs can be covered too with environmental liability insurance. Business interruption. Due to this environmental claim, your company cannot run for say 3 months, 4 months and your business is not normal, then you can use this business interruption coverage to get required coverage from the insurance companies. Emergency response. Immediately after the claim or some incident, you need to act immediately to further to make sure that there is no further harm or damage. Maybe you could stop your company's operations temporarily or you can move your operations from one company to another company. So those immediate expenses also can be covered by environmental liability insurance. Again, there are more coverages. I'm just listing some of the common coverages. Now, as I told you, this domain or this area itself is a vast area, right? We have different scenarios where environmental insurance can be applied. So in the industry, we have different kinds of policies. So I have listed common types of policies that I know of. So the first one is pollution liability insurance, right? This is a common insurance, right? So anything that your company is responsible, like if due to your company's fault, if there is an environmental harm or environmental loss, then you can use pollution liability insurance, right? Similarly, environmental impairment liability insurance. This is like a long term, right? Say you have a company where you are preparing some kind of gas and for a period of 3 years, the surrounding villages are consuming that or their water, drinking water is contaminated due to the chemicals that you are using. It's not going to be immediate, but in a long term, due to the long term operations, this have happened. So anything related to long term loss, you use environmental impairment liability insurance. Site pollution. Say you have a company that you know has a very harmful kind of chemicals. You know that if something happens, the loss could be huge. Then you are getting a policy specific to that location or site. So anything happens due to that site, you can use this site pollution liability insurance. Product pollution, right? Like you have a product that you have developed and you are selling it to the customers. That product have created some kind of environmental loss or damage, then you can use product pollution liability insurance. This can be any kind of product, right? Now the product that has kind of chemicals in it or something that people are using it and that have created some harm, then you can use this. Contractors pollution liability insurance, right? You have many contractors who work for big companies and if they work in a manufacturing company and they, due to their fault, if some loss happens to the environment, you need contractors pollution liability insurance. As I told you, there are many kinds of environmental policies, but I just listed a few of the common ones. But the core thing that you need to understand is, if something happens to the environment due to the pollution that you have created as a company, then you need environmental liability insurance, because of the fact the core general liability or commercial property exclude these loss exposures. Thank you for your continuous support. Take care. Bye-bye.